Hello, good morning. It is Morning Coffee with Steve, episode 213 for Tuesday, November 5th, 2024. I'm Steve Saylor. This is your sometimes daily show of gaming news, accessibility news, or updates about my life. I am currently in a hotel room. All I can say is I'm in Texas, and I have my coffee here. It's just hotel room coffee. It's not supposed to be the best, but it works for what I need it for. Apologize for the video and audio quality for this today's episode because again I'm in a hotel room, so essentially I'm kind of in that state of I'm traveling, so you get what you get to this week. I'm sorry I didn't have an episode up yesterday. I only just because it was hard. I had a lot of stuff I had to do work wise on Sunday before I had to basically pack and get ready for to bed just so I can be able to be able to because I had an early morning flight, so I couldn't be able to do an episode, the evening tea with Steve as much as I wanted to. So unfortunately, I had to skip yesterday. But I hope that's okay because I'm going to be there actually wasn't a huge amount of news yesterday to talk about, so we're going to get today. Now, here's the thing: the irony is not lost on me that I'm currently a Canadian in the United States, in Texas, on election day. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that signifies, but all I gotta say is good luck, Americans, because you're gonna need it. Um, for this is the only time I would talk about politics on this show, but I didn't realize that I was essentially going to be in the states during election day, during actually election week, while while when I booked this trip. It, it didn't hit me until literally this weekend. I was like, oh shoot, I'm gonna be in the states for this. And in of all places in Texas. Nothing against Texas at all, but it's kind of it's definitely a very interesting place to be during the election. I'll just say that. So anyway, good luck in the election today, Americans, my American friends. Good luck. All right. I'm just going to keep this episode short today because I'm going to jump straight into the news. Nothing really new for housekeeping other than make sure to tune in this Saturday, whatever the November 9th is, because we will actually won't be necessarily on my channels, but it'll be streaming on my buddy T's channel, twitch.tv/the T Monster. We're going to be doing a ghost investigation with the cast of Dungeons and Disableds. And we're going to also be doing a Dungeons and Dragons one shot at a haunted house. You don't want to miss that. I'll just say, yeah, it's gonna be good. All right, let us jump into today's news. So this is coming from I want to read the name Wesley and Pool at IGN. It's early days, but Pokemon trading card game Pocket already looks like a smash hit. This was posted on the 4th, so on Friday, but I definitely wanted to bring it up today because I think it's still relevant, and I had some thoughts on it. So Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket launched on October 30th, and already there are signs it's going to be a massive hit. Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket is a mobile version of the Pokemon Trading Card game for iOS and Android and developed by Creatures and DNA. Excuse me. And published by the Pokemon Company. Players will have to open virtual packs of Pokemon trading cards with immersive cards, leaping into the world of the cards' illustrations. Players can open 2 booster packs every day at no cost, including cards with nostalgic illustrations as well as new cards only found in the app. But they must pay to open more, and it's this mechanic that's helping the money to roll in. According to estimates from AppMagic reported on by MobileGamer.biz, Pokemon TCG Pocket has earned around $3 million a day, making over $12 million in just 4 days. That's more than the entirely popular Pokemon Go is currently making on app stores, according to estimates $1 million every day. If Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket keeps that revenue pace up, it'll make over $1 billion a year. AppMagic said most of the money for Pokemon Trading Card Game Pocket is making comes from Japan, then the US, followed by Hong Kong, Taiwan, South Korea, New Zealand, and France. Officially, Pokemon TCG Pocket passed 10 million downloads on November 2nd, so 3 days after it released. But at Magic estimates, actually technically really around 2.5, I guess. But at Magic estimates, it's now over 12 million. Wow. So I do want to say I am officially hooked on Pokemon Trading Card Company. I would show you the app, but I'm using my phone to be able to record this. I am definitely hooked. I have collected now over 400 cards, a lot of them duplicates, and I've only spent, I think, probably a total of like $7. I think I spent like $4 for like a pack of gold, and then I spent maybe, I think, like another three on some more like whatever. But and honestly, it's like the good thing is that it doesn't seem it's going to be like pay to win. I mean, yes, when you pay more, you can be able to unlock more packs, which gives you more chance to be able to unlock better cards. But it definitely doesn't seem like you are essentially paying to be able to get the best cards. There are limits to it because there's also like you could be able to go into, which is actually kind of interesting. This is why one of the reasons why I like this better than the actual card game itself is that because you can actually go in and into the app, and if you have enough shop tickets, you can actually be able to buy individual cards that you need to be able to fill up your packs or your decks. Which actually I did use for I think about like a couple cards I needed for one, like I think it was like the Bulbasaur pack that I wanted to build, and essentially like it was great because I had enough shop tickets, like based off of just playing. Like I will say, like again, I've only spent $7, but the majority of the cards that I've got have all been through the main, like just playing the game, leveling up, getting unpacked trophies, and everything. And also the wonder picks have been actually kind of a fun little thing too. It's like if you need a very specific card and you don't have enough shop tickets, going in and actually being able to like try, like through luck, try to be able to get you the card that you need. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And then also like just unlocking like the really cool cards, like the full art like EX cards that essentially have, like, it has this really neat animation. Um, I forgot to put. I didn't post. I posted this on my Instagram story, but I didn't post it as an actual post on my Instagram. I think I might do that. But I actually did. I opened up a 10 pack actually with my friends on Halloween, and I actually unlocked a Charizard EX card. And I actually, like, my friend Steve actually recorded me opening up the pack, and so I've got a clip of that. And it was really cool. Like it was like I definitely understand the appeal to Pokemon Trading Card Company or Trading Card Game. Um, and I definitely, I don't know if I will jump into the physical cards. Right now, I'm just enjoying the mobile version, and we'll see how that goes. Again, I know it sounds silly, like physical card seems to be like the better of the deal because you actually get to have physically something in your hands instead of just in an app. But this was kind of like what I was waiting for, to see if I can be able to jump into Pokemon, the game itself, because that was the thing too that I was interested in, was the actual game, and the game is pretty fun. It's challenging. I haven't jumped into multiplayer where I'm playing against other people as of yet. I'm still playing against the CPU to try to be able to get better. But and I'm slowly figuring out the game. Like I think, like knowing what the Pokemon sort of like battle mechanics are, and have seen that translated into a game, I definitely see the appeal of why people love it. I'm actually like I tried to be able to get into like Marvel Snap, and because it has a similar sort of like gaming mechanic, but I just couldn't get into it because I couldn't figure out, like, okay, what do I do to build my own deck? Like I don't understand that. But in this one in TCG, I'm actually like understanding. Okay, I need to have these amount of different types of cards. I need to have these kind of power up cards to build my own deck. I've been playing around with it. I was playing around with like a lightning deck that sort of combined a few other cards to kind of like compensate for any other cards that come up that would be the lightning cards would be weak against. And I like that, at least in the training, or at least in the tutorial, like the where you're basically going through all the different sort of stages of when you're going through solo battles, that they do pitch you up against the deck that you will eventually get, but it kind of teaches you a little bit of how that deck works, and also that you don't have really a great cards to be able to beat it. You actually have to try to be able to be strategize and try to be able to do the best you can to beat that deck, even if you may not have the right card specifically to battle that deck. So I like that. It's kind of teaching you a little bit more of like how to do proper strategy, even if you don't have the best deck. Anyway, congrats to Pokemon. Obviously, it's a huge hit. It was going to be a huge hit anyway. But I want to know from you: are you playing it? What cards have you pulled? What like have you pulled any great cards? Definitely, I want you to tell me in the comments down below. Okay, next story. Let's go to this one. So this one is also from IGN. This is by Ryan Dinsdale. Assassin's Creed Shadows will begin a new modern-day story after the series post-Desmond Blues. Assassin's Creed Shadows will lay the foundation for a new modern-day story after years of Ubisoft struggling to match the interest in Desmond's storyline from the original Assassin's Creed games. Mark Alexis Cote, Ubisoft's vice president, executive producer of Assassin's Creed, said at a British Academy Film of Television Arts BAFTA event attended by Eurogamer that Ubisoft has struggled to find its footing with the modern-day aspect of Assassin's Creed in recent years. Desmond's journey was at the heart of the modern-day conflict, driving the search for powerful artifacts, pieces of Eden, that could change the course of history. Code said, however, with his death at the end of Assassin's Creed 3, sorry, spoilers, we faced a creative crossroads. Ending Desmond's arc was a difficult decision, and afterward, the modern storyline struggled to find its footing. Assassin's Creed 3 arrived in 2012, however, as Code admitted that the franchise has struggled to find a strong modern-day story in more than a decade. This has certainly been a point of frustration for fans over the years, some of whom have complained the modern-day storyline has no real direction and only detracts from the main game. Assassin's Creed Shadows looks to return some direction to the franchise, though as we move forward, and our goal is to put history back at the center of the player's experience, Code said. The modern-day narrative will serve to enhance rather than to overshadow the historical journey. By drawing meaningful contrast between past and present, we aim to restore the balance that was once the hallmark of the franchise. The modern-day storyline will explore deeper themes of memory, identity, and autonomy, how the past shapes who we are, and how controlling this past can impact our future. These themes will allow us to reflect on contemporary issues, freedom versus control, the power of knowledge, and the tension between individuality and conformity, all through the lens of history. Groundwork for this new direction will take shape with Assassin's Creed Shadows, which will lay the foundation for this narrative evolution that will grow in the years to come. This was something that I kind of that I appreciate that they are acknowledging. Even though I love I think probably my favorite Assassin's Creed game is Assassin's Creed Origins, which I know is not necessarily a favorite amongst the sort of the diehard Assassin's Creed fans. I know a lot of people have loved Assassin's Creed 2, basically the whole Ezio storyline, and they've enjoyed that quite a bit. I never could get into them, partially because of lack of accessibility, but also just partially I was hoping that someday it would remaster it so that I actually can be able to play it, because Origins was the first Assassin's Creed game that was actually able to play and finish. It wasn't without its struggles. It took me a very, very long time to be able to beat. I think it probably took me about a year of not constant playing, but just a year of trying to be able to to be able to play it, and just that determination. My disability got in the way many a times, and yes, I was able to play it and beat it, but it definitely was not without its struggles. So, and I think actually, you know what? That's a side note. I'm going to mention that a little bit more whenever I do struggle with a game, because a lot of people sort of assume that part of, like, when I sort of put up that "you're not really blind" video, part of the comments that I've seen is that some people assume that because I can actually be able to play the game is that it's perfectly fine for me. It's not. It really isn't, and I don't talk about my struggles a lot with playing games, just because it's like I don't want this channel to be essentially a, oh, woe is me, look at my, like, I'm a poor disabled person, I can't I don't want that. I want to enhance the joy that is video games, that is the hobby that we all love, and I want to be as positive as I can. And if I am mad or disappointed about a game, I just want to be, yeah, I basically want to be, I'm not mad, I'm disappointed. I want to be that sort of, that's as negative as I'll go. But I do struggle a lot when I play games. There are many games I want to be able to play right now, that I think I could be able to play with relative like okay, like being relatively okay at it, but still struggle with a lot of it. And if you like, if you ever look at any of the games I ever actually complete, again, it's very rare, very very rare. And it's not without its own struggles too. So I just want to be able to mention that Assassin's Creed Origins was my favorite of these Assassin's Creed games because I spent that much time trying to be able to play it and to beat it. I just love the setting of Egypt. I love the modern RPG aspect that they took to it. Granted, it's kind of overblown a lot over the course of the past few games. I think Valhalla is probably its absolute biggest. Mirage was kind of going back to the original sort of formula and kind of keep it smaller, which was actually great. I did enjoy that. Um, but I've been looking forward to Shadows to see what Ubisoft is going to do and kind of like moving that sort of modernity forward, but also capturing some of the magic that the original Assassin's Creed games have been. So um, to see that they're going with the modern storyline, or kind of reinventing the modern storyline, that was something that I was intrigued by when I tried to be able to play the first Assassin's Creed game, but I could never really just like get into it because again I couldn't be able to play it. So I was always interested in it, and I felt that yeah, I agreed with a lot of people sort of saying the modern storyline kind of felt empty and there was no point to it because all I kept caring about was just jumping into back into Bayek's sort of story, back into Cassandra's story, like back into Eivor's story, like it just it that was what I wanted to do. I didn't care about the modern stuff, and I didn't really understand what was going on anyway. So the modern stuff never really clicked with me. So to see that they're gonna like reinvent it a little bit with this, I'm excited for it. Again, I'm sad that it's not coming out this month, but I'm glad that it's going to be coming out next year. So we can be able to have like the team can be able to work on it and make it better for everybody. So yeah, that's basically kind of my thoughts on it. Okay, I'm actually going to end the episode there. I know it's going to be like kind of short for today, but I do have to be able to go because I do have to go to work. I'm here in Texas to work, so I'm not just here just for a vacation. You think I would plan a vacation around election time? No, my vacation's in December, around my birthday, so I'm excited for that one. Anywho, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Again, I want to know what Pokemons have you pulled in the mobile game, and also what are your thoughts on the modern storyline for Assassin's Creed Shadows? Let me know in the comments. I would really appreciate it. All right, take care. Have yourself a great day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.